Absolutely Mindy show on Kids Place Live. Good morning, Tori.
Good morning, Mindy.
What's going on? Shaking bacon?
Do you remember last week sometime you told us that you had this big parenting win because your kids were driving you crazy and finally you got fed up and you just said, oh, go play with a cardboard box. And then they did and it went great.
Yeah, that was the best parenting thing I've done all quarantine, to say, go play with a cardboard box. And they did. They made stuff out of the cardboard boxes and I took all the credit.
Well, allow me to now take some credit for copying you, I guess, because I was so inspired that I have kind of come up with a new form of entertainment in quarantine using a cardboard box, not for a human child, but for my dog.
Wait, what?
So here's what we do. I will, you need a cardboard box that's already been opened. You take whatever is in there out of it. For me, it was a box from Target of 8 nail polishes that I don't need.
Oh, okay.
So, empty cardboard box, kind of small, and I will put dog treats in the cardboard box and then close it back up again and just throw it on the ground, and my dog is entertained for hours.
Wait a minute, you're literally throwing an empty cardboard box to your dog, and then your dog is like, what's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Really? This works?
Forever. I highly encourage anybody with dogs, try
or
this.
Kids. Or kids. This would totally work for my kids.
But I don't know if you should be offering your kids dog treats. That's the key, is there's dog treats in the box.
Oh, they would still go for dog treats. If it's a snack of any kind, doesn't have to be a human snack, they're into it.
Have they tried cat food? Because you've got a cat.
One of my kids, won't name any names, but let's just say her name rhymes with Schmurdy. She will eat cat food every now and then just to prove something to us.
What is she proving?
I have no idea. She just puts like a little piece of dried cat food in her mouth and she's like, it's good. And then we're all like, Birdie, spit it out. That's cat food. And she's like, no, I like it. But I could tell on her face, I could see it in her eyes. She doesn't really like it. She's just trying to prove something to us. By the way, the other day, there was a plate of mayonnaise on the floor, like a little cat plate. We have a little separate plates for our cat for her food. There was a plate of mayonnaise on the floor, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And every time I went to ask my kids, they were outside or riding bikes or something. And then finally, at the end of the day, I was like, can someone tell me why there is a plate of mayonnaise on the floor? And Birdie said, oh, yeah, I was just eating like a cat. But still, that didn't really answer the question, because our cat doesn't eat mayonnaise.
So she just wanted to eat something out of a dish on the ground like a cat?
I guess so. But mayonnaise, of all things, is just gloppy. I'm okay with mayonnaise, but it's got to be spread thin on a sandwich. Not like eating it directly, like just glops of mayonnaise on this little cat plate. And I guess she had been on the floor eating it. She was pretending to be like our cat.
The closest humans can get to the dog/cat food eating experience is if you put maybe Cheerios, just dry Cheerios on a plate or a shallow bowl, put that on the ground and eat that with your hands tied behind your back. And that is kind of what it must be like to eat like a cat.
Yeah, maybe. Try this at home if you're a kid listening. Here's another thing. Here's another tip for the grown-ups, speaking of Cheerios. You throw 99 Cheerios out on the lawn, and then you tell your kids to find all 100 of them. My dad reminded me of this. My dad used to do this with pennies. He would throw 99 pennies on the lawn, and then he'd be like, there's a whole dollar on the lawn. You just got to find it. And then we would go out there trying to collect all the pennies, but there would only be 99 of them. We would never get the whole dollar.
That
is
be out
evil. There trying to find this last penny, and it was never there. Dad? Oh, boy. All right. Well, I'm glad we had this talk, Tori. When we come back, if you are not going to be acting like a dog or eating mayonnaise off the ground, you could try magnet fishing, and I'll explain everything, what I mean by this, in just a few minutes.